kind, down-to-earth, regular people. There are lots of statues and mannequins at Neverland, and some of them became an issue at trial. One because it showed a human penis, another because it was claimed that Michael had molested it. In some outtakes from the Bashir documentary, Michael explained why he likes mannequins and dolls so much.
Yeah, I wanted children so bad. It's holding. I have one of the biggest baby doll collections in the world. You see my doll room in there, right? I put a lot of mannequins in my room in the past, and I still have mannequins in my room because I used to be very lonely, painfully lonely. So you have no idea. I used to walk the streets looking for people to talk to. And I'm talking about the height of one's career, like you say, like Off the Wall, Bad, Thriller, and people, and I would walk up to them, strangers, and say, "Will you be my friend?" And they'd go, "Oh my God, Michael Jackson." And it's not what I wanted. I wanted somebody to love me or be my friend for me, or not to see the external me.
How did Martin Bashir get Michael to open up on camera and give complete access to his life?
He made Michael Jackson think this was going to be a positive documentary, and Michael trusted him partly because he had worked with Princess Diana, who Michael revered because of her work with children, with animals, her effort to not just sit back and enjoy royalty, but to go around the world and try and achieve something good for humanity. And the fact that Bashir had done a biography of her and had apparently gotten her trust to do that biography severely influenced Michael Jackson, but it was the biggest mistake he ever made. And he did not expect Mr. Bashir to come out with the product that he came out with. And my opinion, watching it, was that Mr. Bashir was very cleverly and very maliciously manipulating him down a path of destruction.
It's about bringing out what you're about. I'm not trying to embarrass you. I know you don't want to be accused of being, you know, but man, when people hear that story, they haven't got a clue. The story of your life.
Little did Michael know that his words would be prophetic when he complained to Bashir during a go-kart race.
Hey, he's cheating! He's cheating!
Michael didn't learn till after the documentary was made that Martin Bashir had been officially reprimanded in Britain for unfair journalistic practices. The defense argued that Bashir's documentary emphasized the bizarre and freakish side of Michael.
What about, would you like to be buried in something like this?
No.
It's well known that sensational celebrity stories sell, and the more sensational they are, the more money they make in the media marketplace.
The bigger the star, the bigger the target. And the more popular I became, the more rumors that were created, which none of which were true. I mean, the moment I started breaking the all-time records of the biggest selling albums of all time, they called me weird overnight, strange, wacko. You know, they said I'm a girl, homosexual. He wants to buy the Elephant Man bones. He sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber. None of that stuff is true. They just really just go too far. They simply go too far.
Does it hurt?
Does it hurt? I'm human. I am human.
They say he's homosexual.
In the Bashir outtakes, filmed by Michael's private videographer, Michael told this story.
One little boy seemed to slip through the crowd, and he walked up to me and he said, "Michael Jackson, is it true that you take female hormone pills to make your voice higher?" He was no more than 11. I said, "No, where did you get that from?" He said, "My friends talked about it." I go, "I'm a tenor. I'm a natural tenor. My grandfather's a tenor. My oldest brother's a tenor. And most successful singers are tenors." I said, "I do not take female hormone pills. I've never seen one. I wouldn't know what it looks like."
We're getting crazier and crazier when it comes to coverage of celebrities. You know, one of these young actresses gets stopped for drunk driving, and it's on the cable stations for the next couple of months. There are far more important things going on in our criminal justice system than this, but that's where the media feels that it'll get its ratings, and that's where it feels that its profits will come from.
Back to Jackson's accusers, the Arvizo family.
He should shout out to his friends on the west side.
In 2001, the kids were in a Laugh Factory comedy camp for the underprivileged when Gavin got stage 4 cancer and it appeared to be terminal. Gavin made a dying wish to meet Michael Jackson, and through entertainment industry channels, Michael was contacted. Jackson regularly opened his home up to sick kids like Gavin and responded by arranging to bring Gavin and his family to Neverland. Jackson often said that he created Neverland Ranch modeled after Peter Pan's Never Never Land as a place where underprivileged and ailing kids could escape their everyday problems, just like they might at Disneyland. Michael had great concern for Gavin and hoped that he would help him overcome his cancer through positive thinking and experiences.
I remember one time he taught me how to drive in the little carts, and so we were driving up the hill. And he told me that I need to get better, and I was like, I will. He told me, listen, I need you to get better. You are going to get better. He told me, I need you to eat up all the little cancer cells just like Pac-Man. Go around eating like Pac-Man. And I never forgot that.
Not sick at all. No more cancer. All gone. All gone.
He's taller than me now.
When they told him he was going to die. Isn't that great?
They told my parents to plan for his funeral because there was no chance.
They told your parents to plan for his funeral.
To cancer, he lost his left kidney, his left adrenal, his spleen. They extracted multiple lymph nodes, a 16-pound tumor, and it went to stage 4 terminal cancer in both his lungs. And when I would tell him, the doctors are saying there's no chance, Michael said, I will not have that. You bring him to me, and we will coat him with love. And not only did he extend love to him, but to Star, Davelin, and me, a complete family. We may be broken, but Michael fixed us.
But with just a little love and a little caring, I have seen kids totally turn around where you can't find any cancer at all in their body. I've done it a lot of times. I'm not trying to say I'm Jesus Christ. I'm just saying we just should, give a little more attention to the power of love and caring and faith and prayer.
However, as Gavin got better, he and his siblings got more wild and brazen. After repeated stays at Neverland, even while Michael was out of town, they began to exhibit an attitude of entitlement with Michael's staff and resources. Witnesses at the trial reported that they thought the family started conspiring to take advantage of Michael and his generosity. At first glance, the Arvizos seemed like well-intentioned, kind, fun people who had grown up in difficult circumstances in East LA and that they deserved the help they got. However, it came out at trial that the Arvizos were not as innocent as they first appeared. Trial testimony revealed that a couple years earlier, before his cancer diagnosis, Gavin was arrested for shoplifting at a JCPenney on an outing with his family. When a security guard confronted him in the parking lot, they got into an altercation, and Janet Arvizo was arrested. Some weeks later, Janet Arvizo sued JCPenney, claiming she was sexually molested by the JCPenney security guards. She said they twisted her nipple up to 25 times and beat her, and she offered these photos as proof. JCPenney settled out of court for $152,000.
During deliberations, some of the female jurors brought that up when we were talking about it. They said, now, as a female, if somebody pinched me on my breast, I don't think I'd remember that he pinched me 25 times, maybe 30 times, maybe 6 times. What's the difference? If somebody was doing this to you, you wouldn't remember that. Your thoughts would be maybe to get out of there, get away from there.
Well, there's no question that 2 young boys lied under oath to support their mother's claim that she'd been sexually abused by JCPenney guards. But there are many other things that we brought forward. She was arrested, brought to the police station. We obtained the booking information where she said she didn't have any need for medical attention, didn't have any injuries. We also obtained the booking photos where you didn't see a bruise on her body or a hair out of place. Subsequently, her lawyer filed a lawsuit against J.C.